We here. Big fish shit.
Ooh, ooh.
Welcome to the podcast. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all learn something. And most importantly, we hope y'all elevate. Let's get it.
Big fish, hit a big lick. We gon' bet it right back and hit a big flip. We been up for a minute and we still lit. Get them cats gon' talk, but we don't feel shit. We just giving y'all gems y'all can live with. Elevate your mind, never mind all the bullshit. Finna talk about stocks, we ain't worried about ops. First get the bread up, then buy back the whole block. 10 toes down, we ain't never gonna stop. I'm a man of my word, I ain't never gonna flop. If I said it, then I meant it. Real ones gon' respect it, and it's still OG. It's in me, I represent it.
Ooh, ooh. Alright, big fish shit. We back. It's been a while, I know. And today is going to be one of those topics that I don't know if it's controversial, but I think it could definitely be triggering. And just me having an opinion on it may be triggering to some people. However, these are the topics that we touch on. Things that are relevant and in our communities, things that are relevant to either holding us back or pushing us in a forward direction. And we're going to talk about it. So, the topic is women wearing revealing clothing. However you see fit, whether it's showing, wearing a thong at the beach, put it on the Instagram, however you see it as revealing, and it's going to be different for everybody. I understand that. However, allow me to take the first stance and say Instagram has really turned into soft porn. I'll say it again. Instagram has really turned into soft porn. One more time. Instagram has turned into soft porn. And I say that because when I'm scrolling through my timeline, the things that I'm seeing that are widely accepted, and not only widely accepted, but, validated, encouraged, it's kind of crazy to me. Because, and what I see ended up happening is, if I say something to somebody, like I have different female friends, and if I say something like, yo, why would you post that? Like, you bugging, like you showing too much, baby. Like, it looks good. Like, as a man, I'm going to be attracted to it in a certain way. However, just because I'm attracted to it doesn't mean that I respect it. And just because I'm attracted to it doesn't mean that it's hurting. I should say it's helping your personal brand. In a lot of ways, it could be hurting your personal brand. And a lot of ways let's be clear, Instagram is a brand. And a lot of times when we're putting things up, we're asking for validation. That's why we want likes. That's why we want comments. We're doing it to interact with people. However, we have to fully understand that the energy that we put out is going to determine the energy that we receive. So like when I have conversations with, some of my homegirls about stuff, oh, I should be able to put that out. I should be able to. That's not really what the conversation is about. It's not whether or not you should be able to. I mean, you can post whatever you want. However, is that even the right bait that you're using to catch what you're trying to catch? Not to say that, and I don't mean that it's always to catch a partner, to catch a husband, to catch a wife. I don't mean it by that. But what I mean is we're a brand. So let's take any car company brand. Let's take Mercedes-Benz. They have a brand, and everything that they put out, they're doing it to attract a particular audience based on their brand. So it's no different than on Instagram when we have our names on Instagram. Our pages were brands. So are we aligning ourselves with the energy that we put out to receive what we're looking to receive? And it's not just this is not just a responsibility that I'm putting on women. In a lot of ways, I'm putting it on men. And I've had these conversations with my male friends, and me in particular. I've put up pictures in the past where it's like after every workout, you putting the shirt off pic, like you putting a pic in your damn near your underwear, like the little the tights. And it got to me having different conversations with my friends and actually having to look at myself and to say, like, bro, what are you, like, are you putting this out for a reason? Like, or are you just putting this out? Like, and is this attracting the right energy that you're looking to receive? So for me, where I landed on it was, I don't really want to keep putting these type of pictures out. Like, if I'm at the beach, cool, I'll put out maybe one or two a summer, or if I'm on vacation or something like that. But, you know, the every day after the workout, or, you know, for other reasons, I just decided not to. So when it comes to women, and when I say that the responsibility is on men as well, because we're the ones liking the pictures. And by liking the picture, it's validating the picture. And it's telling you, like, yo, keep posting that. I like that. So the problem with that is, what guys like and what they're attracted to, what we're attracted to, is not necessarily what we would wife or what we respect. So therefore, because I'm attracted to a pic, I might like it. I might put I won't do it, but I try not to. But, you know, you'll see the hard eyes, the fire pics and stuff. And it's like, yo, she's naked, bro. And and I wonder, that's why I wonder, like, is it a confidence issue? Because we always hear, you know, where it's like, oh, you know, it's empowering, you know, women should be able to put up this, that, da, da, da. I mean, is it really? Or is it just us expressing to you all that this is what we like, and you guys genuinely thinking that this is what we like, so therefore we put it up? Just like, no different with us. When we put up stuff, we're not putting stuff out there for people not to like. We want to post stuff. We take time to edit. We take time to do all these things to make sure that it's the right pick, so people will like it, so it will convey what we're trying to convey and put out the energy that we're trying to put out. So for me, it's almost a question to start a conversation between men and women, because another topic that you always hear is that women, black women in particular, are being sexualized, and not in a good way, not in a positive way, where I've heard, you know, a lot of, you know, my black female friends complain about certain things where it's like, you're just objectifying me, or, you know, looking at me as just a sexual being, when you know how men are, what we're attracted to. It doesn't necessarily align. So, and I'm talking about both sides, because if we're attracted to one thing and you're putting that out, then you would think that it's in both of our best interests, but maybe it's in neither of our best interests. And when you talk about a conversation where black women have been overly sexualized, why is that? And I looked at that part of the clips with Ayanla, with her interview, when she said that black women are out of order. She said that they're still out of order. Black women need to close their legs and open up their hearts. And they asked her a question. I don't necessarily want to talk about that part, but the question that they asked her was, why are black women doing this? And she answered very quickly and said, because we're getting paid for it. You know, her as a black woman, like, the black women are getting paid to do this. And it reminds me of a lot of other things that we get paid to do, especially when it comes to the entertainment industry, music in particular, movies. A lot of the things that we're getting paid to project to our people are the very things that are holding us back. Like, there's a reason why other cultures won't allow certain projections to be flooded amongst their community, because they know that certain things are detrimental and will lead to the downfall of their people and the lack of respect for their people. So it just got me thinking. So this isn't really anything that, like, I have my stance on it, but, you know, my stance is not coming at women. It's like, you need to stop doing this. My stance is more so that men, we play a huge role in this. And I think we're convincing women to use the wrong bait to attract what they're truly looking for. Because when I'm 33, about to be 34 next month. And when I talk to a lot of the women in my age group, my friends, and a lot of us in general, we're still approaching life the same way that we were in our teens and early 20s. However, we want different things. So therefore, don't we have to put out a different energy? If in our teenage years, in our early 20s, we were just kind of looking to have fun, casual, whatever. But if we're looking for something different now, and I understand that when you go on Instagram and your favorite entertainers, they make all of this stuff look really fun and exciting. It's the same thing on the guys' ends. There's a lot of things that male entertainers project to us, which makes us think that a particular life is so fun and it's just carefree and this is how you get money and all these things, and it's just not reality. They're entertainers, they're actors. So that can affect us. However, when it's when we're non-entertainers and we're just, regular, people on the gram, one, you're not getting paid for it. And a lot of these people who are getting paid for it, they wouldn't let their kids do it. It goes back to like the whole Jeezy thing. I'm going to create a career and make a lot of money off pushing and promoting, selling drugs and all this stuff and what this life has got me and how I'm this and how I'm that. But then your kid is going to college, not doing any of the things that you're promoting to kids throughout the country. So that's the very same thing that happens, at least in my opinion, when I go on the gram and I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing like, damn, and I see people who I've spoken to before, say like, I would never do that. I would never post a pic like that. I never do this. And it's like, yo, you kind of compromised, and I don't want to say you sold out, but it's like, because you may not even realize, because the goalpost continues to move, like what's acceptable. And not to say that I determine what's acceptable, but just based on what was being promoted and pushed socially 10 years ago, it's totally different than when you go on Instagram now, what's acceptable and what you see and what has become the norm. It's almost the norm to, see a woman, and she might be, whether you're a model, whether you're this, like whether you're just taking a picture, but your pictures are so revealing. But look at all the comments. Those will be the ones that get the most likes. Those will be the ones that get the most hard eyes. Like, you go, girl, you're so strong. Or dude saying it like, yo, sliding your DMs, like, yo, you look bad as shit. Like that, in a good way, like I'm trying to kick it, da-da-da. Like, you're getting certain attention. So, but that attention is almost like empty calories. That attention is not necessarily the attention that you're looking for. And I've had different conversations where I talk to my homegirls and they complain about only being able to attract a certain type of dudes. And I talk to them and I'm looking at y'all like, well, shit, for me, just how I approach things, if I'm only attracting a certain thing, then I must be using the wrong bait or putting out the wrong energy. I'm looking internally. That's just how I am. But when I would talk to them, it's almost as if they're really confused on why they keep attracting the same type of dudes. It's like, you got to do something different. You continue to, it's not the dudes all the time. The same thing if I was talking to a dude and they keep attracting the same type of girls. It's not the girls. It's clearly the energy that you're putting out, which is using the wrong bait. Like, and a lot of times I believe, that's why I say that the onus and responsibility is on the men as well. I believe it's because men are just so punkish to the point where a lot of us just won't be honest. A lot of us feel that if we are honest and tell you exactly how certain pictures make us feel or look at you, we'll get canceled, or, we'll get bad feedback, or you won't fuck with us anymore, or you'll be upset. And a lot of these cats just continue liking. And to me, that only hurts our women, because it's like we're giving y'all a false sense of reality where you think that this is what we're looking for. Like, say if a woman's looking to be wifed, you think that this type of energy is going to put you in a better position to be wife, to get in a relationship, and it's just not. But for whatever reason, guys just don't feel comfortable voicing that. And I get it, because when I voiced it to certain of my female friends, it's like they get turned off. They're not feeling, they'll listen to any and everything else that they agree with. However, when it comes to something that pushes back on something that makes them feel good, because it makes you feel good when you got a lot of likes. It makes you feel good when you get a lot of heart eyes. It makes you feel good when you get a lot of DM attention. However, it's just feelings. And those feelings don't really mean shit. Especially if they're not aligned with you getting what you ultimately want. Now, if you just want a life where you just want to be single, or not even say, just be free, and you don't really care about, having a relationship or getting a relationship or attracting a certain type of dude, then this doesn't really apply to you. However, a lot of the conversations that I'm having, I actually feel bad for my homegirls, because I know them personally. I know what type of, women they are. I know how great they are. Like, I know how just dope people they are. And I believe that they're just putting out certain stuff because they think that that's what we want, because that's what we validate, because not enough of us speak up on certain stuff. I'm talking about the men. So it kind of leaves y'all confused. Like, if you didn't know, if you wanted to try to get into a college, but you had no idea that there was no application, if you had no idea how to get into this college, you wouldn't know where to start, because you don't know what is going to make you attractive to that college. However, if you know that this college, you need this SAT score, you need this, what's the other test that people take? You need this GPA, you need this type of letter of recommendation, you need this experience, you need this amount of community service hours, you need all of these things, you need these extracurricular activities, then you know exactly where to start. Okay, boom, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. However, if they're not telling you, or if they're lying to you and saying like, oh, no, you need a D average to get into Princeton. You need a bottom percentile score on your SATs to get into Harvard. You need no extracurricular activities at all to get into Howard, to get into Spelman, to get into Morehouse. You probably wouldn't get in, because what you're thinking is going to be attractive to that university is not what's really attractive to them. So I look at this the same way, because, we're not having these conversations, and because what's acceptable in your late teens and early 20s, we don't ever adapt. We don't ever adjust. We don't ever have the conversations that are going to force us to grow. It's almost like the older we get, the freer we get. Like it's almost like we associate being able to show our body off as revealing as some type of being free and freedom and all these things. And maybe I'm just a conservative thinker. Maybe that is the case. However, like my male friends that are married, when I look at their wives, I don't see them as the type of women that were being revealing and putting up revealing pics on social media. It just is what it is. Now, talking to them, I know exactly what they're attracted to. I know that they like seeing a fat ass on the ground. Like, I know that just a fat ass they're attracted to. They're all of these things. However, as I said initially, all of those things that those type of women like that were putting up, those aren't the women that my friends decided to marry. So that's why I like having these conversations, because it's providing maybe some insight and knowledge that wasn't discussed, so therefore you all may not have known. And like I said, that's on us as men. We have to provide you that information. We have to provide you that insight. And especially us as a people, you know, it just makes sense for us to have these conversations. Like if one thing was attracting me and I would have, you know, wifed you, you know, at 20 years old, that might change at 30 or 35. So we should have those conversations to let you all know. The same thing if something I'm doing as a man was attractive in high school or in college, but is no longer what you're looking for now, please let me know. Let me know so I can adjust, so I can adapt to get what I'm actually looking for. So, you know, going back to the question where it's like the issue, I should say, the topic of women, you know, being revealing and wearing revealing clothing on Instagram, you know, it's just a question. And my question is, do you guys really want to do that? Or are you just doing that because you think that that's what we're looking for? Because then we need to ask another question of, is what we're attracted to in that type of way the attraction that you think it is? Like, if we're attracted in a way where it's like, yo, that's sexy, you know, just like you can be attracted to, let's say you're attracted to a stripper. You can be attracted to a stripper. Shit, like a lot of them are extremely attractive. However, you're going to be you might be attracted, you may or may not. You may be attracted to a stripper in a different way, or you may be attracted to somebody who's shown, you know, their body off on the gram in a different way to where you're attracted to somebody else that you would consider marrying, or you would consider wifing, or you consider making your partner. So it's just a question, and this is not female bashing at all. To be totally honest, if anything, it's male bashing, and it's me calling men out for not speaking up on exactly what we're interested in and what we're attracted to as we grow, because it always changes. I hope it would change. I know that things that I liked at 15 are different than things that I liked at 20, at 25, at 30. So if we're evolving and our attraction for different things is evolving, then shouldn't we let our women know that? Because if we don't, how can you evolve and adapt? And that needs to be vice versa. If you are evolving as a woman and you are attracted and like different things as you grow older, then shouldn't you let us know that as well, just so we can know? Because it makes me talking to my homeboys about trying to make myself more appealing to women, or the right women that I'm looking for, doesn't mean anything. I got to ask the women that I'm trying to appeal to, or that I would go after. I need to get their opinion, you know, not just my homeboys, because how would we know unless we have those conversations? So I'm going to wrap it up right there. Would love to hear everyone's feedback. What we might end up doing is changing, you know, up a little bit, where, you know, we put out a video like this, and then the next one would be more of, you know, an interactive video, whether it's on live or on Zoom. But that's kind of, you know, where we're going with everything. You see, I got switched up the setup. Got the Kevin Samuels set up. Shout out my boy Kevin Samuels. Unc, the Godfather, you know. But dope. I promise y'all it will not be as long as a wait as it was this time for the next video, from the last video. And we're going to get back into the swing of things and really start hitting on these topics that affect us. And when I say that affect us, I don't really want to talk about stuff that like holds no weight in whether we succeed or fail. It's important that we have the conversations that directly affect whether or not we can achieve what we're looking to achieve. So, you know, looking forward to hearing everyone's feedback. And y'all know what it is. Big fish shit. Gotta make sure. Big fish shit. We here. Big fish shit. Ooh, ooh. Welcome to the podcast. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all learn something. And most importantly, we hope y'all elevate. Let's get it.
Big fish, hit a big lick. We gon' bet it right back and hit a big flip. We been up for a minute and we still lit. Yeah, them cats gon' talk, but we don't feel shit. We just giving y'all gems y'all can live with. Elevate your mind, never mind all the bullshit. Finna talk about stocks, we ain't worry about ops. First get the bread up, then buy back the whole block. 10 toes down, we ain't never gonna stop. I'm a man of my word, I ain't never gonna flop. If I said it, then I meant it. Real ones gon' respect it, and it's still OG. It's in me, I represent it.